Hello and welcome. So let's just jump right into this. We use these terms, internet and Wi-Fi, every single day, right? And most of the time, we use them like they're the exact same thing. But what if I told you that actually knowing the difference can basically make you the tech hero of your own home? Let's get it sorted. Okay, picture this. You've got your popcorn, you're all settled in, you hit play on that season finale you've been waiting for, and then you see it. That dreaded spinning circle of doom. Now, what's the first thing we all do? We curse the Wi-Fi, right? But is that little box with the blinking lights really the villain here? Or is something much, much bigger going on? So over the next few minutes, here's our game plan. We're going to start with that common mix-up. Then we'll define what these things actually are using a really simple analogy. After that, we'll see how they all work together. And by the end, you're going to be a troubleshooting pro. All right, first things first, the daily mix-up. You know, saying the Wi-Fi is down when you actually mean the internet is out is kind of like saying my faucet's broken, when what you really mean is the city turned off the water. Yeah, they're related for sure, but they are two totally separate things. And just getting this right is step one. Okay, so let's tackle the big one first, the internet. To really get this, you have to think way, way bigger than your house. You have to think globally. So here's the most important thing to get. The internet is a physical thing. It's this gigantic worldwide web of actual fiber optic cables running under oceans, its servers humming away in data centers, all the real-world infrastructure that connects them. It's not some magical cloud. It's a very real, very, very big network. And this analogy just makes it all make sense. Imagine the internet is like the public water utility, a massive system of pipes and reservoirs that supplies water to every single city, every town, every street. It's this huge shared resource that gets delivered right to your doorstep. Okay, so the water is being delivered to our house. Great. But how do we actually use it? Well, that's where Wi-Fi comes in. Now, the key word on this slide is local. Wi-Fi doesn't exist out there in the world. Nope. It's a little wireless bubble created inside your home by that box called a router. Its only job, its entire purpose, is to take that internet signal and just beam it through the air to your phone, your laptop, whatever you've got. And boom, here's where the analogy just clicks perfectly into place. If the internet is the city's water main, then your Wi-Fi router and your whole network, that's just the plumbing inside your house. It doesn't create the water, it just moves it around, letting you get it from the faucets in your kitchen or your bathroom. So let's just put them side by side. It's pretty clear, right? On one side, you've got the internet. It's global, it's physical, and you pay your ISP, your internet service provider, for access to it. On the other side, you've got Wi-Fi. It's just local, it's wireless, and it comes from that router sitting in your living room. One is the worldwide supply, the other is your personal delivery system. Simple as that. Okay, so we've got these two different systems. Now let's follow the signal's journey from some server maybe thousands of miles away all the way to the screen you're looking at right now. It all starts with a giant global internet, our water supply. Then your ISP, the water company, runs a pipe to your home. That pipe connects to a modem, which is like the main valve controlling the flow into your house. The modem then hands the signal off to the router, your pipes, which then wirelessly broadcasts that Wi-Fi signal. And finally, your device connects and you're drinking from the faucet. See? It's one continuous flow. So why do we care about all this? Because honestly, understanding this flow turns you into a troubleshooting genius. It's all about figuring out where in that chain the problem is. This right here, this is everything. Before you start unplugging stuff or getting frustrated, you just have to ask yourself this one question. Is it just me or is it everyone? Thinking about it this way will save you so much time. So let's actually use this. If one video is buffering, it might just be a weak Wi-Fi signal. So get closer to your faucet, your router. If none of your devices can connect at all, maybe the problem's with your internal pipes. Try rebooting the router. If the router's lights are all off, check the main valve by rebooting your modem. And if your neighbor's internet is out too, well, that's a water main break. That's when you call your ISP. Look, if you only take one single thing away from all of this, let it be this. Wi-Fi is not the internet. It's just how you get to the internet without wires. It's the bridge, not the destination. Getting that right, it changes everything. And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. I mean, we've gone from dial-up to Ethernet cables and now to Wi-Fi spreading the internet all over our homes. As literally everything in our world comes online, From our cars to our fridges, what kind of new, smarter, faster faucets are we going to need to invent just to keep up? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.